Hey guys, welcome back to our channel. I'm Daniel.
I'm Gabriel.
And we're the Colombian cousins on Friday with the Cousins with another episode of... It's like really far away. I just realized I'm like... another episode of Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Let's go.
This one is called The Swamp.
The
Swamp Thing.
Okay.
Yeah. So last episode, we went to Omashu and we had a little bout. It was a cool little fight sequence that we saw.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Between Azula and her friends.
Yeah. May,
I think.
May, yeah.
And then I forget the other one. It wasn't like a proper. I was excited to like kind of see Azula and Aang fight, but they didn't really fight. She just kind of chased him, and he kind of just was just trying to save.
Yeah.
Amy.
Yeah, that was his priority.
Yeah, but it was cool to see Katara fight. Which Katara's here with us, by the way. I don't know if that was the first time she joined the crew today.
Yeah.
But she was fighting, and she actually did really good. She like froze her arm, and like she's got really
she
good at
held
fighting.
up her own. Yeah.
Like when she even pulled up the boards to block the sword things, that was pretty crazy.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah, but then they got her with the pressure points though. So.
Yeah, that one, the gymnast or circus one.
Yeah, the yoga, whatever her name is.
Yeah.
They don't have powers; it's just really good fighters.
Yeah, they're really good. That's yeah.
Yeah. They're like highly trained. But so yeah, that happened. But Boomy is like he's basically captured, so he's not going to be his Earthbender master. So now they're on the run again.
Right, but we learned that he wants to be there.
Yeah. Like,
He
it's
can
all
still
part
bend.
of the plan.
Yeah.
Right. It's all part of the plan.
Yeah.
So now they're out to look for another one, and now they now they have Azula chasing them, instead of Zuko.
Which
But
maybe
now-
it'll.
Right, I was gonna say that.
Maybe we'll see more about them because we didn't really see anything last time.
Nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah, last episode. So like, I guess we'll get a little bit more clarity on what their purpose is right now for the show.
Mm-hmm.
Like, are they chasing Aang, or are they just on the run, or are they being chased by either Azula or the Fire Nation?
Yeah, it's kind of I don't know. I don't know if Azula is. Well, she's actively chasing the Avatar, but I don't know if it's like she's actively chasing Zuko too, or if it's
that
like
was her original target. That's why she recruited him.
Yeah,
to help find Iroh and Zuko. But then she saw the Aang, and at the end of that episode, she was like, "We have a new target, the Avatar," and she seemed like upset, like annoyed by him. So maybe that I don't know who's like her number one priority now.
right.
But her mission, I mean, who knows? I don't know.
That's true. Yeah, it is like she was sent out to get
her
Zuko
uncle
and
and her
Iroh.
brother.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and I don't know if like she may be the only one who can get them, because I think Iroh's so powerful. Like, even if the Fire Nation came after them, I mean, if it was a ton of them, it's one thing.
like if it's like the entire army. Then,
Yeah. But you can't send any specific general or whatever.
right, because Iroh, but then Zuko's a good fighter too.
Yeah,
so it's like
so
the two of them paired up
together. Yeah,
Yeah,
they're
it's
really
like,
really good.
Mm-hmm.
So we are going to. We got anything else? Anything we didn't cover?
No, just well, I was gonna say what Boomy told Aang was, I don't actually fully remember.
Oh,
it's to find someone that that listens before they strike.
Fight,
or
right.
they
There's
fight,
there's like positive. Did he call it Yang or Yin, Jin or Yin Yang? I forgot what it was.
Yeah, I forgot too.
There's like positive and negative, and there's neutral.
Where you
which
don't
is
do
like,
anything.
Where you
yeah.
don't do anything, you kind of just wait
Mm-hmm.
for the right moment. And there's a lot of other ones, but those are like the three. So looking for someone who's like that. So it can't be like an aggressive,
Yeah, someone who throws the first strike.
like the guy,
Yeah.
places they were at before when they were trying to force him into the Avatar state. Like that guy is
Right.
not,
Yeah.
isn't who he wants to be as his teacher.
So yeah, that was the only thing. It's like, well, maybe we'll see someone like that in this one.
Yeah, or I mean, he may come across other like fire or earthbenders, but none of them fit that
Right.
mold. All right, let's. Well, it did the music, and so I thought it was Azula, but I guess they do that also for Zuko.
Is it the same music?
Maybe that's music they've used. I think they use it for. So when they first used it for Azula, I remember thinking, I thought this used to be Zuko sound, but maybe I was thinking something else. And now if they use it again there, then they must use it between the two, or maybe it's like Fire Nation or the antagonist, or it could be any of that. But they had been using that with the Azula, that little bell sound.
Yeah.
So I guess
I have to pay attention.
Yeah. So I guess he was really mad after everything that was happening with like being on the streets and being like treated as
he
thought
then,
it was miserable.
Yeah, well, and then that guy came out and like humiliated.
He was just a jerk, yeah.
So damn, but you see how fast he just like disarmed him.
That thing, Zuko's he's formidable.
Yeah.
He's good. So there's a whole different waterbending tribe. This whole time it's always North Pole, South Pole, which seemed. I remember when we first heard about that. I remember thinking that was kind of crazy. 'Cause it's a big world, and like the Earth nations all around land, and there's water everywhere.
Yeah, there's water. Yeah,
so you can live anywhere. But I think we had landed on in the North and South Pole, you're surrounded by only water, like and ice. So like if Earthbenders ever tried to attack, they really couldn't. Same with, Firebenders. It doesn't matter. So I guess because like if you're an Earthbender and you get there, you could technically still Earthbend in the swamps.
Yeah, because there's earth underneath.
Yeah,
everywhere. Yeah,
but like they're so, and it's cool. They treated them like very isolated, kind of like those indigenous tribes that don't have access to the outside world.
Mm-hmm.
They treat it the same way. Like they've always lived there. They didn't know that there were other waterbenders. They thought it was just them.
Yeah.
So the same idea.
Yeah, same concept.
Which is pretty cool to see. Like I wonder like if they have any tricks up their sleeves that they've kind of learned like just by bending amongst themselves all those years. If there's any like cool stuff that didn't make it out to like like to have the scroll.
Yeah.
That may be like a more north bending, south pole bending thing.
You're saying that didn't make it out to the swamp.
Right.
People?
Maybe they didn't see that, but they learned their own way, just
taught themselves
through the moon the same way, maybe.
Yeah.
And maybe they have different tricks, like using. Like would have never thought that he could bend using the water inside the vines.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
He had a ton of control over it too. So, can she do that? Potentially, yes. And maybe it's only.
Yeah, I would assume.
Because I guess the swamp vines are filled with water, so it works. So you couldn't just use any plant, but maybe you can. Because water is kind of like in a lot of things.
Yeah,
Even
it's in
people.
the air. Yeah.
Yeah, the moisture in the air and people. So low key waterbending may be like one of the more powerful ones because of that.
Yeah, because of that. Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, they keep doing all these. Man, like the creators of the show, you had to come up with so many creative ways to show bending. Like she was doing like the little when it was like all
like
blades
those
of water.
Discs. Yeah, the blades.
Yeah,
that was pretty cool.
Like at this point, I don't know how Aang could have taken him out. Like he could keep hitting him with wind, but she was like cutting the vines and stuff, right?
Yeah.
So it's like.
Well, he did come like at the end and hit him with the final blow, like a huge gust of wind.
Yeah, so he still has like a big powerful push, but like being around water, like I guess if you master water,
which he
master air,
which he could have been waterbending too. We saw, I think, the last episode he did a little using both.
Yeah, true.
But I'm sure
he's a master airbending.
Right, he falls back to that. Like that's his default. Yeah.
And maybe I guess it hasn't talked about it, but maybe during their travels, like she's still teaching him little bits here and there. So like maybe we'll see him progress with the waterbending as the season goes on.
Yeah, true. You just see him in one fight, he just whips out a pretty cool waterbending move.
Yeah, you're like, okay, so I guess he's learning.
Kind of like Katara came out of nowhere.
Man, in that little time jump, she learned really, really fast.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember how big of a time jump it was, but it was enough to like become basically a master.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know. There's something else going on with the story. This was just like a part one. It feels like because the tornado thing brought him down. So and Aang felt called to it anyway.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's too easy, or they wouldn't have just thrown this storyline in here for no reason. Yeah. So it's like, they like tied it all back with that tornado thing.
Right. If like if they like met some people, made some friends, and it was something cool, and then they left, then I'd be like, okay, it was just a one-off episode. But it's something. There's a bigger.
Right, and then it kind of took up a huge chunk of the show. It's like, why would they just throw that in there for nothing?
It's like a whole the show was basically dedicated to it.
Right.
But yeah, maybe it has something to do with like previous Avatar. Maybe came from there. Like one of the first Avatars was one of those people, those swamp people, or something crazy. Like, and they just like a
waterbender.
Yeah. And they know what that is, like, because she told him, even though they're like a tribe, she told him, like, he told him, this is the waterbender. He's like, you're the waterbender, come with me.
Yeah.
Or not the waterbender.
The Avatar.
The Avatar.
Yeah.
So they know what that is. They're not that
Like
isolated.
Isolated. Yeah.
So, anyway, yeah,
well.
that was cool. They showed new moves. A new waterbending tribe. There's always something at this point. I'm already like, okay, what are we gonna learn this week? It's always something new every every episode. Something new happens.
Something, like the swamp people.
Yeah.
Even the new tricks too, like Katara with that thing. It's like, dang, like you said, they have to get creative with the
how to use their water powers.
Yeah.
Because like I remember thinking the first time we saw the whip, thinking, wow, that's creative, and that's just one little move.
Yeah, and now she uses that like all the time.
That's like her go-to.
Like, yeah.
Because in season 1, I don't think she used waterbending. I can't remember. Like anytime they got like they were in peril or like they needed help.
Well, there was one time where she tried like to do the whip thing on someone, and it
just wasn't. Or like maybe
kinda,
the freezing thing. We saw her do that at one point. Whenever she froze a guy to keep him trapped.
Yeah, the
guy who was like
trying to destroy the city.
Yeah. So we saw little bits like that, but like an actual fight, no. But now we're seeing her use it a lot. So it's good that she learned
at a pretty advanced level.
Yeah, very advanced.
Yeah.
So,
dang,
cool. Well, that was a good one. I enjoyed it.
Yep.
I love the pacing. It's been a lot of fun. These episodes, I like the how it moves along pretty quickly. So
yeah. Story develops pretty quick. Now we just gotta see what happens with the whole, or like what's the whole tornado thing about, and then who Aang was seeing,
or why he was being called there. Those are the two big questions for this episode. Yeah. Cool. Well, that's all I got.
Yeah. No. It's a good episode.
All right. Well, thanks guys for watching with us. If you want to see the uncut version of the show, it's over on our Patreon. We also have a Discord, Instagram, and a TikTok. If you want to check us out over there. Otherwise, we'll be back next week with episode 5, Trucking Along, season 2. See where it takes us.
Let's go. It's a good season so far.
Yeah, I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying it a lot. All right. We'll catch you guys on the next one then.
Cool. Peace.
Peace.